What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of French Exit, the newest film from director Azazel Jacobs. Before we begin, if you like my channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button and join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. Hey, if you like any of these videos, awesome, hit the like button and comment below on any video that you watch, including this one. So, this movie, French Exit, it had its premiere at the New York Film Festival tonight in a virtual cinema, so I have just watched it and just come out of it. This movie has no poster, no trailer, no clips, no nothing. So I'm going to do this review as best I can, so, kind of go with me on it. So this movie, French Exit, which is based off the book by Patrick DeWitt, who's known for his absurdism and, of course, surrealism in his writing. I don't know too much about his actual books because I've never read them, but I hear they're pretty fun to read, they're pretty entertaining, and have some crazy moments to begin with. He, with the help of Tracy, who was known for, being a very popular screenwriter and a playwright, he's also in this movie, has some really fun moments, made this script, and then they hired Azazel Jacobs to basically direct it. So this movie, French Exit, is very much in the tone of a very Woody Allen, very Wes Anderson style, surrealist feel, absurdist feel, about just characters lost in their ways, lost souls, who have to kind of put themselves together. And so we have these two characters that are the main characters of Francis Price and Malcolm Price, who are played by, of course, Michelle Pfeiffer and, of course, Lucas Hedges. They're very much socialites, and they are living kind of like a nice life. They're living in the best house and the best food and the best restaurants. In the process, the Tracy Letts character has died, so they're kind of living off his wealth because he's a very famous person that a lot of people know. And as these things do, the wealth starts to dissipate, and they are basically dead. They're poor. They have no money, and they have to sell off a lot of their furniture and stuff like that to survive. And with the help of Michelle Pfeiffer's Francis Price's character's friend Joan, she offers them the apartment in Paris that she owns. And so this movie, as these characters are realizing that the state of play that they're in, really you get the sense that these characters are, in essence, lost souls. They are characters being uprooted from their place. You really get the sense of the dread that they're experiencing as they're moving. Though Michelle Pfeiffer's character doesn't really understand what is happening, you can really feel the existential crisis that she is going through. Her son, on the other hand, is so kind of he almost feels like catatonic in a lot of ways, but he feels so quiet and dejected that you really get a sense that because of her character, the Francis Price character, didn't really take care of him very well. He just doesn't seem all there. He's kind of afraid to approach his mom about the Susan character was the Imogen Poots character. And it causes a lot of upheaval and a lot of chaos that only Tracy Letts and the writer Patrick DeWitt apparently can create. So they move to Paris, and they come across this woman who is played by Valerie Mahaffey, who plays Madame Renaud. And Madame Renaud, the Valerie character, is one of the best characters in the movie because she's upbeat, but she's also a lost soul. This movie, like I said, is about lost souls, it seems like. And she is a big fan of the Francis character. And at first, it's kind of like a cold shoulder, but they kind of develop a relationship, and they kind of blossom and stuff like that. So as this movie kind of plays along, you start getting the sense that these characters are trying to rebuild their status, trying to rebuild their life, but it doesn't seem to be going very well. Living in a new land, living in a new life, you really get a sense that Frances almost doesn't want to be here anymore. Like, she's just tired of everything. She feels dejected. She's spending money like crazy. She's just like handing out like water, which they don't have a lot of money to begin with. And they also have a cat. And I'm not spoiling anything because it's in the synopsis, but this cat has, of course, the soul of the Tracy Letts husband character. So this cat is very important to the Francis Price character, even though she really hates animals. But the cat is almost representative of everything that the Francis character has lost, or, has disappeared from her soul, disappeared from her brain or mind. And you really get a sense that this cat is just keeping the glue of this family whole. But it's a movie that, like I said, when it's dealing into the surrealism, when it's dealing into the absurdity of the situations of the world of Paris, there's a psychic that they hire to, talk to the cat, which is called Small Frank, because the husband was named Frank. And it's just basically, when you're watching it, these characters are so strange to watch. and they feel so out of place in the world they're living in. You know, the way that they make choices and decisions really feels like, do they know what they're doing? Do they know what they're saying? And it's just a really strange, really kind of crazy idea of a movie. And it's really just a movie just about people who are so lost in the thought of their life that it almost feels like they have no way of getting back to the norm of reality, because the surrealism feels like, you know, it feels different. It doesn't feel like real true life human nature. But the real life, the idea of these lost souls, these lost human beings, and the way they have to like navigate through this whole entire scenario, because this movie really truly feels like that you could transplant it and put it on stage and it would be completely the same thing, because there's not very many set pieces. You could clearly make a Paris setting in this movie or in this stage play, and it really feels just like people just like meeting their marks and going place to place to place. And that's a really kind of fascinating take. You know, those movies are very interesting kind of to watch because you're getting a true different scenario of a movie. But I think that's why I like the movie. You know, I like surrealism. I like absurdity. You know, you watch movies that have like real humor, real comedic timing. You know, there are points in this movie where I chuckled and laughed, where I had fun watching it. It gets dark in a lot of places. It really feels uncomfortable in a lot of places, but it's all kind of put onto the Francis and Malcolm character because they are the kind of the gravity of the, say, their Earth. They're all the planets kind of gravitating around them. So you really get a sense that they're trying, like these characters are like trying to connect the pieces to putting them back together. But, and so when we get into like the nuts and bolts of the characters themselves, this is why writing can truly make characters great, and why if you get the right actor for the right part, you truly can make something truly special. And so the Michelle Pfeiffer Francis Price character is fantastic. Michelle Pfeiffer in this role, it's an Academy Award nomination performance. She's fantastic. She really gives a career defining performance. She's good as that socialite that just can't truly understand her plight, who is so lost in what she's doing, so lost in her logic and thinking, that when she's like giving money to people, it doesn't feel like the person is truly there. It feels like her heart and soul are in a different perspective or in a different place. And it really is just like how she interacts with her friends and family. The dynamic is so good that you're mesmerized by what Michelle Pfeiffer is doing in the movie. And Michelle Pfeiffer has always been pretty standard, pretty great in everything she's been, but this is one of those performances like Dangerous Liaison or like The Fabulous Baker Boys or something that truly makes her stand out as one of the great actresses that have been on screen. You know, she's up there with, you know, Sigourney Weaver or Meryl Streep or any of these actresses, because she knows the material and she knows how to present it well, and she does such a fantastic job in the movie. So it's great. It's one of the best performances of the year and really elevates the material, which could be substandard and goofy. So, and then Lucas Hedges as Malcolm Price is a character that is really propping up Michelle Pfeiffer Francis Price character. He is very understated in the movie. He's very toned down and quiet, but there is a presence about Lucas Hedges in every movie that he's in where he truly knows how to just present a very interesting dynamic for a character. And it's not saying he would get nominated for this role, but there's something truly unique about watching him as an actor that truly shines on the screen. You know, when he's going up against a very powerful performance that Michelle Pfeiffer is getting, he seems to stand on his own. He seems to be able to just go with it and very just like it's really kind of amazing to watch. You know, when he's dealing with the Imogen Poots character, or when he's dealing with the absurdity of the nature of his mom and how she's acting, and how he just seems to kind of not be there a lot of times, but truly, you know, he cares, you know, he's dejected, you know, just everything about his life just doesn't feel whole. That he gives a great performance. So I don't know if he'll get a supporting nomination or not, but he's one of the better, you know, actors in the year. And like I said, it's just another notch on his great acting career. So, and then Valerie Mahaffey in this movie is one of the true standouts of the movie. I know she won't get a supporting actress nomination for the movie, but her performance just it's the comic relief that you need. It's the comedy that you want. The darkness nature of this movie, the uncomfortable nature that this movie presents, is quite fascinating, quite entertaining. And the way she feels lonely, but she can give some interesting moments is really kind of unique. You know, there are points in this movie where certain characters pop up and she's like very defensive, very defensive of the Frances Price character. So I really enjoyed that. But the other characters in this movie, they're there to be just supporting actors. Imogen Poots is fine. She's not really given much to do. Susan Coyne, who plays Joan, and Danielle Macdonald, who plays the psychic and stuff like that, they're fun. They're entertaining. I think the psychic has some really funny lines that actually made me chuckle. And of course, you know, they're not in the movie for very much, but when they're in the movie, they have, you know, some entertaining moments. And of course, Tracy Letts pops up in this movie as Frank and Small Frank, and the stuff that they do with his character is some of the funniest moments in the movie. It's really enjoyable. It really gives Tracy Letts a moment to shine in some absurdist humor and some surreal humor, and just it's great. You know, he, like I said, you don't ever see him, but the stuff that is presented with him is just, it's fantastic. And there's, like I said, there's a cat in this movie. He's playing the cat, so if you can kind of figure it out, you know where that's going with. But overall, this movie's entertaining. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it has moments of real true passion, real true entertaining nature to it, real surrealist, absurd, just bonkers ideology, but it still works. It's still fun, and I had a fun time with it. So it's a movie that doesn't come out for a while, either in theaters or VOD. I think it doesn't come out until February. So, you know, have what you will with it. But whoever has seen this movie, you know, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So, but anyways, let me know in the comments below if you're interested to see this movie, what you think about this idea of this movie. Have you seen this movie? Let me know as well what you think of it. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome. Hit the like button. And that's it. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.